So guys, now I am considering the apex only. So here it is the apex of the thyroid gland. So if you can see that the apex is directing upwards and laterally, slightly laterally. So wait, just like that. Yes. So yes, so the apex is directed upward and slightly laterally, and superiorly it is limited to the attachment of the sternothyroid muscle. So here on the right side I am showing the sternothyroid muscle. So here on the right side I have mentioned the sternothyroid muscle. So here this one is the sternothyroid muscle, which is limited to the apex of the lobe. So here the pinned mark structure is the sternothyroid muscle. So the apex is also related to the one artery of the thyroid gland, that is the superior thyroid artery. So apex, as you can see, so here I am showing you the superior thyroid artery. So apex, as you can see here, this apex. So here it is the superior thyroid artery, which is related to the apex of the thyroid gland. So after the superior thyroid artery, one more nerve is attached to the apex, that is this nerve, that is the superior laryngeal nerve or the external laryngeal nerve. So here we have seen three structure. One is the muscle, that is the sternothyroid muscle, and one artery, that is superior thyroid artery, and one nerve, that is the superior laryngeal nerve or the external laryngeal nerve. These all three structures are related to the apex of the thyroid gland. So now I am dealing with the base of the thyroid gland. So base of the thyroid gland is lying at the fourth or fifth tracheal ring, and it is related to the inferior thyroid artery and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Wait, I am showing it you down. So here it is at the base. The inferior thyroid artery is limited to the base of the thyroid gland. So this artery, it is the inferior thyroid artery, which is limited to the base of the thyroid gland. And one more structure is there, is the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So base is also related to the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So guys, if we see the surface, that is the lateral surface, this is the it is also known as the superficial surface. It is the convex in shape, and it is covered by the four kind of muscles, that is the sternohyoid and superior belly of the omohyoid, sternothyroid, and the anterior border of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So the superficial surface is covered by the four muscles. One is the sternohyoid, superior belly of the omohyoid, sternothyroid, and the anterior border of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So guys, now I am showing all those four muscles. So the first one I am showing is the anterior border of the sternocleidomastoid. So this muscle is the sternocleidomastoid, the one I have marked. So this is the sternocleidomastoid, and its anterior border is related to the convex surface or the superficial surface or the lateral surface of the gland. And the second type of muscle is the omohyoid muscle. First, wait, I am showing it. First I am removing the sternocleidomastoid. So here it is the omohyoid muscle. So its surface is related to the superior belly. So omohyoid has two bellies, that is the superior superior belly and the inferior belly. So this is the superior belly, and here it is the inferior belly. So this is the omohyoid muscle. The superior belly of omohyoid is related to the convex surface. And another muscle is the sternohyoid. So this muscle is the sternohyoid muscle. So this is the sternohyoid muscle. and next to it there is the sternothyroid muscle. So this one is the sternothyroid muscle. So all the four muscles I have shown here. So guys, now I am discussing about the medial surface of the thyroid gland and its relations. So guys, here it is the medial surface, and now we will see its relation. So guys, medial surface is related to the two tubes, that is the trachea and the esophagus. So I am showing you that in horizontal position. So the anterior one is the trachea and the posterior one is the esophagus. So here it is the esophagus and this is the trachea. Here esophagus and the trachea, and the medial surface is also related to the muscles, that is the two types of muscles. So wait, I am showing you them. So the one muscle is the inferior pharyngeal constrictor muscle. So guys, so this muscle is the inferior constrictor muscle, inferior pharyngeal constrictor muscle, and another muscle is the cricothyroid muscle. So this is the, on the anterior side, it is the cricothyroid muscle. So guys, this muscle is the inferior pharyngeal constrictor muscle and it is the cricothyroid muscle. So cricothyroid muscle, as we can see, has two parts. This is the oblique part and this is the straight part. This is the straight part and this is the oblique part. So wait, I am showing you. And thyroid gland is also related to the two nerves, that is the external laryngeal nerve and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So here these are the external laryngeal nerve, left and right. So guys, here is the external laryngeal nerve, that is ELN, left side and the right side, and here it is the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So this is the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So now we have seen the few points about the relation to the medial surface of the thyroid gland. We have discussed two types of muscle, that is the inferior laryngeal constrictor muscle. So here it is the inferior constrictor laryngeal muscle, and one more muscle is the cricothyroid muscle. So here it is the cricothyroid muscle, and the two tubes, that is the esophagus and the trachea. So here are the two tubes, that is the trachea and the esophagus, and two nerves, that is the external laryngeal nerve or the superior laryngeal nerve, this one, and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So here it is the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So these all are the relation to the medial surface of the thyroid gland. So guys, if we see the relation to the posterolateral surface of the thyroid gland, so the posterolateral surface of the thyroid gland is related to the common carotid sheath and it overlaps the common carotid artery. So on the left side I am showing you the common carotid artery. So this is the common carotid artery, which is the overlap by the thyroid gland, posterolateral surface of the thyroid gland. So here it is the common carotid artery. I am showing only the common carotid artery, not its division right now. And the anterior border, which is thin, and it is related to the superior thyroid artery, or the branch of the anterior branch of the superior thyroid artery. So this one is the superior thyroid artery. So this is the superior thyroid artery, and it having the, so this branch is the anterior branch. Anterior border is related to the only only the anterior branch of the superior thyroid artery. So here it is the superior thyroid artery. As you can see, there are the posterior branch and the anterior branch. So the anterior surface is only related to the anterior branch of the superior thyroid artery. One more thing is that the anterior border is thin and the posterior border is the thick. So the posterior surface is the posterior border is thick and it is related to the inferior thyroid artery. Wait, so here it is the inferior thyroid artery. So here it is the inferior thyroid artery, and it is also related to one of the anastomosis that happens between the posterior branch of the superior thyroid artery and the ascending branch of the inferior thyroid artery. So the anastomosis actually happens between the inferior and superior thyroid artery. So wait, I am showing you them. So in this way you can see it in very better manner. So guys, you can see here is the anastomosis between this is the posterior branch of the superior thyroid artery, that is the posterior branch of superior thyroid artery, and here is the ascending branch of inferior thyroid artery. So the anastomosis happen between the posterior branch of the superior thyroid artery and the ascending branch of the inferior thyroid artery. Posterior surface is also related to the parathyroid gland. So here it is the parathyroid gland, that is the superior one, and here it is the inferior one, inferior parathyroid gland. So here it is the superior, it is the parathyroid inferior. So as we know, there are the 4 number of the parathyroid gland, that is the superior parathyroid gland left, superior parathyroid gland right, inferior parathyroid gland left, and the inferior parathyroid gland right. So wait, I can show you on the both side. Here it is on the right side and here it is on the left side. So these are the parathyroid glands. So posterior border is also related to the one more duct, that is the thoracic duct, but on the left side only, because thoracic duct, here as you can see the greenish structure is the thoracic duct. So on the left side, posterior border on the left side is related to the thoracic duct. So guys, we have seen here it is number of where we have seen 4 structures out there, that is the relation to the posterior border. The posterior border is related to inferior thoracic artery, and the anastomosis between the posterior branch of the superior thoracic artery and the ascending branch of the inferior thoracic artery. And the third one structure we have seen the parathyroid glands, and the fourth we have seen now, that is the greenish structure, that is the thoracic duct. So here we have seen all the 4 structure which is related to the posterior border of the thyroid gland.